What's up, guys? Will Brooks here with another session of the Thoughts Out Loud experiment. It is Wednesday morning here in Korea, and you can see my boom mic in shot here. I am having mad trouble with Thoughts Out Loud, man. Like I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's fighting back all of a sudden. Actually, I know why. It's fighting back because I'm trying to do it with my DSLR instead of doing it with this webcam, and I think that's something that I'm gonna give up because it's not hard to do. It's not that much extra steps, but it did show me something very important that I have audio issues when it comes to the mic connection to my DSLR camera. And until I get those resolved, I've been trying to work around it. You're going to see what the results are. You're going to hear what the results are in other Thoughts Out Loud sessions. I think particularly 68 through 70 because I'm trying to get 70 uploaded now for yesterday, and it's late, and it sounds crazy. So it's got this weird echo in the background. And it's god awful. It sounds like I'm in an actual concert hall. Like it sounds like something you would have to do on purpose. Like nothing that would happen with all this padding around naturally. Like it sounds like I recorded it in GarageBand on my iPhone, and it sounds very, very bad. In fact, I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it there so you guys can hear it. Like I'm gonna edit it out as to where it's not as annoying as it is in its full form, but you'll hear the echo if you listen really closely. Hopefully, it doesn't distract from the point. The point isn't that big in that one anyway. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. Hope your week is going well. It's midweek for me here, and with the exception of the Thoughts Out Loud fighting back and trying to get these little technical difficulties hashed out, which I should have done over the weekend. I am having a great week. The days have gone by pretty quickly. Monday and Tuesday went by fast, and I'm just like getting some traction. I actually did something pretty cool yesterday. I went on. I just posted an episode or a session yesterday about my podcast episode, and that podcast episode from last week. I went ahead and posted that and shared that in some Facebook groups and things like that. And it's getting a decent amount of traction, the most traction I've ever had on it because the topic is relevant and the question I posed to the groups when I posted it is very relevant, which is, it's got to do with Korea and North Korea and U.S. relations. One of the great things that came out of that, and one of the things that when things like this happen, it kind of reinforces me and it reinforces my reluctance or my willingness to share, willingness to kind of self-promote in a way. Immediately when I posted, there was a college professor who came back in and said, I can provide some more insight on this topic if you'd like. And so we linked up right away and hit him up on Facebook and said, hey, let's go ahead and do this Wednesday. Now, the only thing that I'm a little upset about that, okay, wait, let me back up. This is what I do, man. I could go too far ahead. Now, I'm a little happy I'm very happy about that. I'm like, okay, great, man. We get to kind of provide a little more input. And this is one of the topics that a lot of people are curious about right now. We're in like Lou. It's just on time, just a great topic or a relevant topic. So I'm really excited to talk to this college professor. The only thing is, he doesn't seem like he's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like digital. He doesn't seem like a digital boy like I am, right? Like he doesn't seem like he hasn't posted on Facebook in a long time, and he's kind of chiming in and responding really slowly. It's a weird, kind of a bit of a weird setup that he's got going on here. I'm sorry, let me put this up just a little bit. But that went right back down. But I am super excited to do the interview with him. Only thing I'm a little concerned about is that I don't know if he can do it tonight. It's Wednesday. It's my recording night. So I don't know if he can actually do it tonight. And he hasn't come back and responded in about 12, 13, 14 hours. And I'm like, might not be able to squeeze him in there tonight. But I kind of want to be able to tell that group, like, hey, this is going to happen. We're going to do our podcast interview tonight. And we're going to provide a little more insight because they're actually asking for the interview in the group. And so I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Now, I'm a little upset and a little disappointed. I'm a little upset with myself. I'm a little disappointed because he didn't respond because he's the one that kind of reached out to me. But I'm a little disappointed in myself because I'm like, okay, so if he doesn't do this, what's my podcast episode going to be? And I happened to be looking in the mirror, like fixing my hair when I said that, and I was like, "What? Why am I asking that question on Wednesday morning? I'm so frustrated with myself. Like, get this stuff planned out, man. Why did I not have it planned out? I like, I'm not gonna come home and pick a topic today and just do a podcast episode on it. Oh God, why don't I have one chambered? Why don't I have why I'm like it's mid April, mid to going on late April, and I'm still not in the hole with the podcast like I want to be. Like I don't have like 3 or 4 slotted for like the next thing. So I need to do that. I came close to it last weekend. I sat down at a coffee shop and I just brainstormed. I just like talked about what kind of content I want to see or I want to create on my podcast, because I think the last couple of times I had some pieces of content that I didn't like because it didn't seem like the right venue, and that's something I'm going to talk about. I'm going to put that on the list of videos to make that aren't thoughts out loud. But you got to make sure you pick the right platform for what you want to do, right? So this just to give you a quick example. I was talking about spring events that are coming up this month or this spring, this season. And I did that in a podcast episode, and it's all audio, right? Like there's no visual aid in a podcast episode, but I think that would have been better done with some visual aid, like either in a blog post to where they can see what events I'm talking about and they can click it and they can kind of go to the site, or maybe even a YouTube video where I got video footage of the places that I'm talking about. Now that's a little bit different because you got to get footage that you own, but like that, just picking the right venue or picking the right medium, the right topic for your medium. And I think with podcasting, I went through and I brainstormed about what is good to just listen to, where you don't need to see the audio, where the listener doesn't yearn for that visual experience, where I don't make the user wish that he could see what I'm talking about. And I did a brainstorm about that, so I'm going to go back and look at those and things I came up with, like conversations and interviews and storytelling and things like that, where you don't really need the visual. You could just kind of listen to it and kind of enjoy it and just smile and be like, okay, this is good, or find out information and be like, this is interesting, and it won't leave you yearning for more information for your other senses. I don't know something to see. That's what I meant to say. So I need to really go back and look at that list and get it together and make sure that make sure that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, or make sure that I'm still pushing toward that goal of getting episodes in the hole. It's like my mom said when she was commenting on one of my videos, like, don't record at the last minute. Yeah, here's the thing. I'm a last minute type person, so I either got to get way ahead of the game, or like it doesn't work, or I find myself like scrapping at the last minute. My last week's podcast episode was late. It was good, and I made sure it was late because I went back and said, I want to do this again. I know it's going to trigger a lot of response in my target audience, so I made it late, or I accepted the fact that I was going to be late, but it was late, and I really wish I had gotten that done earlier. There's no way I could have recorded this one in advance, because who knew that we'd be on the brink of nuclear war 2 weeks ago? Seems like. So anyway, that's what I got going on today. I'm going to go ahead and try to plan things out for future podcasts, and probably have to plan one out tonight if I don't get the podcast interview up and going as according to plan. I haven't heard from the man's name is Peter Kim, I believe. I haven't heard from Peter, so we'll see where that goes. What you guys got going on? Let me know what your plans are, what your midweek evaluation is looking like. You're probably not midweek. I should change midweek evaluation to Thursday, even though it's not the middle of my week, because I really want to hear what you guys are doing and how you're progressing toward your goals for the week, in the middle of the week. Mine, they're looking all right. I'm pretty happy with what the last couple of days have brought. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to see more of Thoughts Out Loud and All Things Will video. I know I keep saying those videos are coming. I promise you they are. That they're all like slotted in my brain, but I got to go ahead and figure out these audio issues before I can really turn those on, or before I can create those videos at the level at which I'm capable of creating them. It's just the audio, really. It's just the audio messing me up. And spend all this money for nothing, man. I want it to be good. That's why I haven't done it. I'm going to get out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow on the next Thoughts Out Loud session. Peace out. Peace out!